In a world with entirely too many shows about cars, this is another pointless automotive podcast.
I am recording to this computer.
I'm making poor financial choices. How are you,
Same,
sir?
same.
Yes. Poor financial choice energy.
Yeah,
Are
dude.
you wearing a shirt that has a noose on it, by the way?
Yeah, dude. It's this kind of hardcore band called Evergreen Terrace, named after the
Ah,
Simpsons location. It just says "We want you dead." So,
okay, good. It's a
and
little aggressive without the
Simpsons
context.
context. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I love. The
that's
dynamic at play, right?
that's good. That's right. I'm gonna have to listen to as I drift to sleep. I'm gonna have to listen to the smooth, calming tones of "We Want You Dead" by Evergreen Terrace.
Yeah, they have a couple of killer songs. They have a lot of satire in
Get
there.
it, killer?
But they have an album that's cover songs and it's called Writer's Block. So it's just
Oh,
cover song.
okay.
It's pretty killer.
So it's like an aggressive "Me First" and the "Gimme Gimmes."
Yeah, it's a lot of like Offspring, a whole bunch of other kind of like 90s stuff that they covered. So
Bitchin'.
pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Hmm.
You know what else is pretty cool? Math. I'm
Is
actually
it?
no.
No.
I mean, it is cool. I'm just not good at it. It's always was the thing I struggled with as much in school, and
Mm.
I would always want to do like engineering shit, but like never wanted to be involved in math, and it's like not a good. Doesn't really work.
Keep
So
keep keep letters in writing.
yeah.
Don't
So
put them
now I
in my
just take
math
pictures of
formulas.
machines,
Ah.
and occasionally work on them.
Mm.
Uh, and you and I have been doing some of that, and you had an idea here for an episode topic.
Yeah. Let's dive right in. So as you guys know, if you listen, maybe you don't know, and good for you.
Yeah, maybe
Um,
don't listen.
you're
Better for you.
making better life choices than us.
Yeah.
But I don't know why I did this. So we were
Why?
going to go on a DWA rally together, and I
Why?
threw down the
Why'd you
gauntlet.
say were?
We'll get there. That's called a foreshadowing event. So the plan was to go on this rally together.
Was.
Where did I come up with this? I just threw down a challenge. I love my favorite thing about Top Gear was always their cheap car challenge or whatever challenge where they had to get some kind of criteria. It's usually a cheap piece of shit and like limp those cars an incredible distance. And I thought that would be fun to do on paper,
Sure.
right? The execution a little more rough than we thought, but we have called it our cheap car challenge for the rally, and we've been talking
Hmm.
about it a little bit here. We have a
Yeah.
$3,500 budget. Anything's fair game, but that 3,500. Now that's a ceiling for purchase, maintenance, modifications, everything, guys. So
Hmm.
obviously, maybe not registration and smog and all that kind of stuff, but like everything you need to do to get your car drivable for a rally,
Right.
and
Of
probably some stuff that we didn't do to
of
get our
devious.
cars
Yeah. It just
rally
yeah.
ready.
Dubious reliability and whatnot.
Hey man,
But
I got spoiler alert. I put prancing moose decals on instead of doing some vital fluid.
I
So
saw
hey,
that. I saw
sacrifices were
that.
made, guys. But anyway, we're gonna walk through. I think I wanted to see our balance sheets because the
Yes.
exercise was really like it's really easy to restore a car, just do everything. But with that budget, I want to see, I want to get, and it kind of lets you guys get into our brains a little more. And I'm sorry for that as well ahead of time.
Mm.
But
Thanks.
to see how we prioritize what we think is more important when we're building a car for an event like this. So I think this is a great way to do it. We got our balance sheets. We're going to look how bad we are. We're going to audit each other on the spot. So you're going to go through that live and find out what we had to do to our rally cars, Frank, and
Hmm.
what we should have done to our rally
Right.
cars.
And here's the thing.
Mm.
At the time of you listening to this, dear listener, the rally has already happened.
Mm.
At time of recording, we are recording this less than a week before the rally. The rally
Yeah.
is right around the corner.
Mhm.
This is the Sunday before the rally. And so who knows? Maybe there's still a little bit of time and maybe, I don't know, maybe one of us will sell the glove box door or sell the passenger seat and
Love it.
cut the harness out with a saw blade
Okay.
or something like that in order to sell it to make some more money for vital repairs and upgrades.
Mm.
But yeah. Let's should we just jump right into the balance sheet? I have mine saved on a Google Sheet on my
Oh,
phone.
I've got
Um
mine right in front of me. Yeah.
oh
You
boy,
want to
okay.
you want to lead the dance?
Sure, we can do that. I have and here let me for posterity, let me show you the math here. So this is what I've got.
Mm,
The top half of my sheet here above this little blue box, if you're playing along at home on video, great. If not, then bear with some really bad audio for a moment. Everything above there is shit I've already done. Everything below is like stuff that like I should do and how much it will cost for me to do them. Of course, this is me rowing my own boat for labor. This is just parts, other than a windshield and an alignment and mount and balance. The rest of it is frank labor. That sounds weird,
mm,
but that we'll go with it. Um, so yes, so just real quick, the automobile, the car, the 2004 Ford Focus SVT,
mm.
in bright screaming orange, $2,000 purchase. Okay,
Great.
um,
Great grab.
great grab. Had some problems. That's why it was $2,000. Perfect. That's exactly what we want for this. This
Hmm.
would be a very boring challenge if I bought something for $3,500 on the button and just like drove it home and put gas in it, and that was the end of it, right?
Right.
Like that would fit the spirit. It would fit the definition of the challenge, but maybe not the spirit.
Mm.
So $2,000 there. I then purchased a battery for the car. It was $109 and 76 cents plus tax. But then I got $12 back. $12 that was a core charge. This is a
Or
Walmart
charge.
battery. I got the
Oh,
the
nice.
second cheapest Walmart battery simply because they did not have the cheapest Walmart battery in stock. So with the core charge coming back, $108.46.
Hmm.
Tires. We talked about the tires before.
Hmm.
Got some Hankook Ventus V12s on there.
Seasoned.
Um, well, yes, seasoned by age, but not by use or anything. They were brand spanking new with a production date of the last week of 2021.
Mm.
$443.81 was my cost on that.
Very nice.
Um, so I purchased the car knowing it would need a number of things. One of them was a windshield. $200 cashish.
Nice.
To local glass guy, did it as a side job. Um, so 200 even there. Those tires, the mount and balance for all four, plus a four-wheel alignment. I found an online digital coupon for $25 off at the local, because I had to call and shop around because I'm trying to keep this thing on a budget. I called like several different places, and it would have ranged anywhere between what I paid, which was $237 for the mountain balance and the four wheel.
Mm.
Um, just the Les Schwab down the street from my house, they wanted 200 and I think they quoted me like 229 for just the mountain balance, and another 100
Jesus.
160 for a four wheel. So I shopped around on that. Yeah, that was $237 for the mount and the balance and the alignment.
Nice.
Um, I knew it needed a driver's side axle. Boot was obviously wasted. Grease was everywhere. I got What's interesting was I had to go back and recheck my math here because I couldn't find my receipt, but I got it from Rock Auto, so you can go through and
Hmm.
just search up. And I found the receipt, my email from I bought it because I bought it like right as I bought the car, so 3 months ago or whatever. $56.53 post tax was
Mm.
what I got that. I searched up this part now because I was originally just kind of gonna not find my receipt and just see what it was on Rock Auto. It's now like that same part number is now like $83.
Dude, yeah. It's so weird.
The
Everything
parts
goes
have
up and
gone up a
down.
lot.
Yep.
And that was like universal. I looked at some other shit that I had purchased for other
Hmm.
stuff, and I'm like, oh, all this stuff is like 30% more expensive in like 3 months.
God damn.
So yeah, that was $56.53. I then also found it needed a driver's side axle as well. Bought that
Okay.
locally because I was short on time. From the local Napa Auto Parts, they ordered it in $145.96 after tax.
Okay.
And then I did both tie rods, outer tie rods, and sway bar end links on the front. For all of those, after tax, $151.04.
That's pretty good.
So all of this right now brings me to a running total of $3,342.80, or $157.20 under budget so far. I mentioned that I had a list of stuff that I haven't done yet.
Mhm.
Um, I really, really, really need to do bare minimum the lower coolant hose. It's
Yes.
like a weird, like
Mm.
Y-shaped spidery guy with like a built-on um like heat shield
Mhm.
baked built into it. Um and the one on the car is it's like sweating coolant. Like it's gonna pop at any moment. So that thing is like it's like a $51 hose
Yikes.
aftermarket.
Yeah.
Um but it's gotta happen. I should do
Yep.
the upper hose. I should also do the thermostat housing. If I do all of that, I'm gonna be like $1 over budget, I think. So
DQ.
right, so I got to figure that out. There's more to figure out, so to speak. um, but yeah, so that's also me not doing an oil change, right? I
Oh,
have a filter. It was like
it's
$4.
wild.
Also not doing an oil change yet.
Get on Amazon,
Um,
get a $23
well, that's the thing. If I
5 quart
do
bottle.
if I let's say I stare at it menacingly for 40 minutes and I make the determination that I can get by on just doing just the lower radiator hose and not doing the thermostat housing and an upper hose. If I think I that's survivable and I can use that money to do the an oil change, like an oil and filter, and do a whatever else might come up, and do air filter, right?
Mm,
Something I ordered on Rock Auto. It's like $4.25. But if I'm over budget, I'm over budget.
yeah.
Um, so we'll see.
Coolant, man, you're right. Like if your oil's still looking okay, I hate to say it, but coolant is priority. If you're at a risk of dropping a hose or like you're leaking already a little bit,
I can't
during a
find any record of it being done. The last time I have it on record being done was 9,000 miles ago.
the oil change.
Now, that's not to say it hasn't been done, but
True.
by record, which is the spreadsheet the guy I bought it from gave me, it was last done at 125,000 miles and like
Wow. Okay.
4 years ago. Um,
Still, if it looks pretty clear, I don't know. It's hard to
no, it
tell,
doesn't look
right?
clear.
No, it's it's more opaque. You
Yeah.
might want to do that.
So we'll see. And then I don't know.
Hmm.
I guess this is all sort of Project Car progress. So I suppose there are updates to be had. Do you want to go over what you're into
Yeah,
yours now
let's save
first, and then
yours
we'll
is
save
fun because it's like a
ish?
story where we're both together when it happened. I mean, not fun, but entertaining. You guys will enjoy
And
it.
it's open ended too. So we'll see.
Yeah,
So what are you into right now? So that's as it stands right now. Nearly ready. I would need to do at least that radiator hose. Then I'll be down to roughly $100 on my budget, and I got to think long and hard and erect on how I want to spend the rest of the money. What's most effective to keep this thing afloat
yeah. I thought you were
for a
reading my
rally.
Tinder profile right then, but let's.
Yeah, no,
So mine is. I think I purchased a lot more than you. You had a lot of bigger things you needed to do.
sure.
I had a lot more. Well, my biggest job was free. You guys remember the fucking seat being cut out of the passenger seat being cut out of the vehicle? That was the biggest job. Honestly, I didn't have to really buy anything except for a little section of
It's
harness.
like a pigtail.
Yeah, which was like it was like nominal. We'll hit it in a second here. But the thing is, like that was just me using my soldering iron and some old, soldering equipment
Sure.
I had laying around. So that was like time and up. I was really up against it. I literally put my car together last night. Before we decided to go to the DWA morning motors this morning. And I'm like,
Hmm.
yeah, I'm down. Thinking I had a few days to prep for the rally. That was my shakedown. I had driven the car to a tire shop like 2 miles away. That's all I've driven that car since I bought it,
Nice.
believe it or not. So yeah, that was a big
Hell
shakedown
yeah.
today. So anyway, tires, $506 for the Yokohama Advans I picked up, the Flevas, the Fleva Flaves.
Mm,
Good discount there, $80 cash back if you buy four.
nice.
You can't beat that. My mountain balance and alignment, $180 at
For all of it?
Wheelworks for all of
Nice.
it because they have a partnership with Tire Rack. So they
Ah,
mountain
yeah.
balance give you a huge discount, and I get a veteran discount. Just had to serve 2 combat tours. Go get it, guys.
Yeah.
So easy peasy.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
anyway, huge discount on the alignment service. So $180 out the door.
we're sorry, but we've made the determination that your veteran discount was not service related, so you actually don't qualify
Do
for
you
that.
like that though? You're like, someday I'm going to use this in a fucking rally. But
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I can't stand fireworks, but you know.
IPD, I love them. IPD order. So IPD is like one of the most renowned,
Hmm.
like Volvo OEM parts specialists and aftermarket stuff. So
Yeah.
those guys were killer, man. Elevate and IPD. Like the Volvo community's fucking sick. I love them. I love the Volvo community. This is my third like P3 I almost or P1 car. I just need to get the C70 and to complete the collection.
And a
These are
McLaren
yeah.
P1.
I mean, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That one's going to be easier. But so they hooked me up. I actually called them because I was going to like throw a Mazda Speed rear sway bar on the car because it
Sure.
can fit. And they're like, just so you know, there's four different types of rear sway bars on your car on the
Oh, sick.
V50. And it didn't matter like if it was an all-wheel drive or T5, they kind of just like were mixed up different years. So they're
Hmm.
like, it's risky. And I'm like, God damn it. And they're like, hook you up with a coupon.
Oh,
So
nice.
I got the IPD. I ordered the Volvo spark plugs through them, like the OEM Volvo plugs, and I got a Turbo Smart BPV. So
Okay.
on these Volvos, they have a bypass valve it's like a kind of like a regular bypass valve would be on your intercooler piping is
Hmm.
usually where it's located. It's what's in the turbine housing. So
Oh,
it is
fun.
a literal pain in the dick, which is on the back of the motor. Yeah, on the back of
Literal
that
pain in the dick. Wow.
beautiful transverse five cylinder. What a job, dude. But so what happens is the stock one is a like rubber little like basically a condom, and I don't like those
Oh,
at
sick.
all. So
No, who
the
does?
rubber diaphragm with a spring, and over time, it just kind of gets floppy. The boost doesn't hold as strong. It tapers off. And running it hard, you can actually tear it, and then you have no boost.
And
And
babies.
that would yeah, right? Like that's
Several.
18 years of financial ruin at
Hmm.
least.
Yeah.
But I thought like, man, imagine like first day of the rally and blowing that thing and having no boost. Like, and it's like no shop is gonna do that because they'll pull the axle and everything else. I'm in there doing fucking like yoga moves. So I replaced that. That bill was 227,
Okay.
unfortunately. So the spark plugs weren't cheap, $48. And this is all with a coupon, and the bypass valve was 185.
Yeah. Like
Little
I've got
steep
plugs for mine. They're just sitting in a box because I
sitting
can't
there.
afford to install them
Those should still
unless I
count
decide
against
to.
you.
I don't know. Like I'm like $29 for the four plugs.
Oh,
And it's just
nice.
like, yeah, nice sitting there in a box.
There when you need them, baby.
Yeah.
Seatbelt. I could not
Of
mend.
course.
I cut seatbelt. Everything else you can kind of like solder. I thought no, I didn't even think for a second about sewing that seatbelt together, my friend. I've done some things, but I don't go that far. $42 on good old eBay. Right from the
Yeah.
same year, V50. Dude, I fucking love eBay. I talked about it last time. Like it used to be a joke, like eBay Motors. Now it's like fucking legit for the cars
eBay
we traffic in.
for like weird, like obscure used part shit, eBay
Hmm.
Motors has always been
And
excellent.
it's better. They
Um,
have like better fitment, better guarantees of
sure.
fitment, and all this like money back guarantees. It's a lot better than it used to be.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's
it's
where I got a used that cast magnesium valve cover for when I did the gaskets on the Crossfire, and I got
oh hell yeah, dude.
a breather cover bolt broke off in it. It was like $25. I was like, it's going to cost me less to just get a new used good valve cover than it is to try and easy out this fucking thing.
Hmm.
And yeah, just bang. So yeah, eBay Motors
Fucking
great for
eBay
that. I
Motors, bro.
wouldn't trust to buy a car from there, but
I
car
wanted
parts galore.
so that might be one of our future rally challenges. But anyway, I don't want to
Oh
spoil
shit.
anything yet.
Let's
Yeah, we're
go.
gonna eBay motor cars. How fun would that be? Um,
eBay Motors, if you're out there, sponsor us. We'll do it.
oh fuck, all day, dude.
Yeah.
Rock Auto.
Mhm.
I love Rock Auto. I think we sing its praise all the time on this channel, on this YouTube thing we do, and this podcast thing we do.
Also
Oil
sponsor us.
filter, air filter, end links. So I bought end links for the rear sway bar and
Mhm.
a motor mount. It's a big motor mount, similar to the one you have on your Focus. That big old passenger side fluid filled one. That
Oh,
big
the
nasty
big
boy.
dog bone looking
Yeah.
guy.
So mine had leaked
Easy
out.
to get to.
Easy to get to. It's a little bit of a bear to get to because you have to take like two bolts off, take this frame thing off, then two bolts.
Hmm.
It's a little gnarly, but it's a huge like that one mount controls like 80% of the vibration in the motor.
For sure.
And mine had leaked the fluid out, so I could clearly see that. And it was the original one, 188,000. I mean, it probably went like 20,000 miles ago, right? But it wasn't like shot all the shit. The car wasn't like vibrating to death, but enough because that 5 cylinder is pretty smooth in those cars.
Yeah, they're good.
It's pretty refined. But that air filter, oil filter, and it's stupid stuff like $106. So it was $5 for an oil filter, $10 for an air filter. End links were $22 for the pair. And then the motor mount was 51. One of those fluid filled things. And then it was like, that's like 87 plus shipping got me to 106. That's where you get on Rock Auto. You're like, I'm soaring, dude. I got this. Oh, $40 to ship, you know?
Right. That's why you gotta follow the little truck icon, you know? You gotta make sure you get them all coming from the same warehouse if you can and save some.
It's so damn killer. So big expensive thing from Elevate, who were really cool. They were the ones that helped me out with the sway bar knowledge too. They gave me a steep discount, well, a pretty good one. That rear sway bar, which is like considered like the best in the business, and the car felt dialed in today. $252.
Okay.
So I
like how I'm like skipping doing spark plugs, and you're electing for performance upgrades. You son
exactly.
Of a bitch.
Well, it's a rally. It's a rally, man.
Sure. Fine, I suppose.
The next performance mod is that strut tower bar, the OEM 25 millimeter Volvo one I sourced from England. And I don't think the guy knew what he was selling because these things traffic for like 130 to 150 all day. And I shipped from England for $58 with the hardware.
And you said those come off the Diesely boys?
So this one came off a performance diesel. It was like a performance pack you could get. And I don't even know if you could get it in the States.
Sure.
Because we had another, and it's all confusing. This Volvo stuff is, you want obscure auto trivia, get into like what options Volvos have, because we had one that was like half of that, was like a half-inch sway bar that came on some of the performance models, performance packs, or whatever the hell they call it.
Yeah.
But it's different. This is the big boy 25 millimeter. It's as big as the rear sway bar. And it just bolts perfectly. There's special hardware that lifts it up over the strut mounts just enough. And obviously it's an OEM piece. So fouls nothing, just fits absolutely perfect. And the engine bay looks perfectly stock with it in there. But $58 shipped, and that's the one thing I didn't have on there when I drove it to the tire place. I put it on like last night at like 10:30. So when I drove it today, I was like, "Holy shit!" That it just shored up the turn in, a ton.
Well, 17 is a good test drive for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, a little speed, little cornering action. Oil $21. Amazon, let's go. I didn't write the brand down, but it was a brand name. 5W30, slightly used. Coolant. I did have to add a little coolant in there. I put some water wetter in there too, so that's on here. Just to keep it cool on the rally. I did buy a new washer fluid cap because for whatever reason mine was missing. I can't stand looking at an engine bay when it misses. It's like missing a cap. I'm like, fuck, can't.
Yeah, it's like is it like it's like tryptophilia or whatever the fear of like holes is.
I just didn't like how it looked. It was just,
that's what I mean. It's just like, it's supposed to be like off-putting and like, I got to put a cap on that hole, you know?
Which is weird because I'm really into a few holes, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Golf. Yep. I like 18 of them. Yeah.
Right.
So washer fluid cap was $7. That's exciting. Windshield wipers, $14. Tricos, Amazon.
Damn, luxury.
Got to test them today. Dude, sorry, I gotta have lights that work and wipers that work for a rally because when they don't, you get you have a situation where the weather gets horrible and you just can't see. It's real rally cars have wipers, so I thought like that. I got those fog light covers, little $8, cut your own, came out pretty good.
Nice.
Little sense of occasion. The prancing moose, Dave's Volvo official decals, $12.
All right.
The brake vacuum hose assembly. This almost ruined my entire build. So on these Volvos, dude, there's like an electronic, it's a vacuum pump that assists the brake booster.
Sure.
And it has this crazy vacuum network with like 4 different connections. Like not just vacuum lines, like actual physical, there's like some weird ass connectors, and it's like a convoluted system. It doesn't need to be this complicated, but it's Volvo. They over engineer everything. Dude, the other one, so when I bought it, I'm like, what's this big lump here? It looked like a bunch of electric tape wound up. And I'm like, well, that's going to be a vacuum leak under there. I know that. So I start cutting the electric tape, and there was a rubber glove, like a purple nitrile, like rubber glove wrapped around. And then there were different layers of glove and glue to make whatever that was. And it was a pretty solid holding vacuum
hack repair.
situation.
Yeah,
Yeah. So the bad thing is I'm like, oh, it's like mostly it's just this one length of tube, which I could probably cut and replace. And then this little like valve, like this
sure.
plastic bypass valve looking thing. And I'm like, I looked it up online. They're like, you cannot. None of those parts are sold separately. They're not manufactured separately. You have to buy the whole unit.
You're like, all
I'm
right,
like,
where's my box of gloves and like some spray foam or
I
whatever?
wasn't gonna do that because if that goes, that fucking pump will just run constantly and it will
Yeah,
overheat, and you want to
and
have
kill it.
brake assist. Yeah. So fun story with that system is, as I look at the price here, online, it's a $280 part.
Sure.
I don't have the budget for it. I get on Marketplace, just shoot, looking. I'm like, oh fuck, maybe someone has it. Because I
Find one.
found,
Yeah.
I always check Marketplace too. I did look for a lot of stuff on there. I didn't have a lot of luck this time.
Right.
Lo and behold, someone was selling what I needed. So there's an NA one and a turbo one, and they look
Mm-hmm.
exactly the same. Because when I looked online, I almost clicked on the NA one like 30 times. It has a
Okay.
slightly different like sensor attachment. And he
Mm.
had the turbo one, but he had an NA car, and he had it forever, and it was just sitting on his shelf.
Gotta
So
love
he had
that.
it listed for $75. And I don't think a lot of people would be like, oh, I want that. But he just kept it up there. It'd been up there for like 6 months. I'm like,
Yeah.
what are the chances he has it? I messaged him, but he's like, yeah. He's like, you want anything else? And I'm like, what do you got? He didn't have too much I needed.
Yeah.
But I scored that for
You're like, send
75
me
bucks.
you just like pics question mark and just like have them send you some nudes.
I saved like 130 bucks on
Yeah,
that.
hell
Or
yeah.
no, like almost 100 bucks actually.
Perfect.
No, 200 bucks, 200 bucks.
It's
And
fairly
he had
easy to swap it out.
dude, it's like you unclip everything. There's like
Mhm.
6 connectors, pop, 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 and it's like it was the exact OEM part, went right in. Perfect, dude.
Fabulous.
Still in the Volvo like bag, sealed bag when I bought it from him. So I was like, dude, you're a lifesaver. He's like, I just like forgot I had this. He's like, I put it for sale and it was in
Mhm.
my like garage and just sitting on a shelf. He's like, I literally had to unbury it when you like messaged me. I'm like, killer. And he was like 40 minutes away. I'm like, I was worth every bit of that $200.
Hell
So
yeah.
huge save there. Um, I did end up selling those old tires instantly.
Nice.
So the car came with Kumo X's. I can't remember the Solaces. I think.
The Como
Um,
Solaces. Yeah, that's
yeah,
right.
right. The
Yeah, we
Solace
talked
or
about it
Solace
because
or
they're
some
the
shit.
same ones I had on my Civic Hybrid.
Yeah, so 700 treadwear would have been
Yeah.
absolutely abysmal
Mhm.
for the rally, but they were 2024 date stamp. So like
Sure.
early 2024, but still. And the guy had literally, he said, oh, they're like 2,000 miles. They look brand new. They still
Yeah.
have all the paint stickers and everything. So I put them online. I'm like, I just need $100. Dude, marketplace just ding, 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 ding. Cause
Yeah.
like 16-inch wheels. So like people looking for
Pretty
older
common
car
size.
wheels. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's people like the people that are going to buy newly used tires are going to be like smaller wheels. They're going to be older cars.
Yeah.
Dude, it's just everybody. I'll give you 125. I'll give you 150. Can you hold them for a week? I'm like, whoever comes gets them, dude. Because
Yeah.
they're perfect. And that's 25 bucks a tire. You just can't
Yeah.
beat that. So like
Hell yeah.
I hate selling stuff like that. That's so annoying. I'm like, first come, first serve. I'm sorry. And they're like telling a story. Oh, I can't afford
Yeah.
new tires. It's like,
Yeah.
oh
My horse got hit by lightning and
one of those tires is more than $100 new. It's like
Yeah.
you're getting all four. So that was $100 back in the piggy bank.
There we go.
And I found this is a new thing I'm doing for all my project cars. I'm keeping track of the
Drugs.
change, loose change I find in the car.
Oh.
So
I didn't even,
65
man, I didn't even
cents.
consider that. I do have.
Oh, sleeping baby.
There were a bunch of pennies that I already chucked into my like change bucket that I just have in the house, but it was probably like 30 cents of just like really gross pennies.
Don't
But
fuck-
I
dude,
forgot about that. Like
Those
in
are
my
your
door,
credits on your balance sheet.
I
my
know
friend.
in the door, and that's the thing. If I'm like going to be $2 over budget, that's like consequential. Like if there's like 275 in quarters, that'll get me in the game. So yeah, I'll have to look at that.
So I do-
They're just in the glove box.
On my spreadsheets for the past, like, I don't know, 15 years since I tracked like my cost of fixing cars,
Yeah.
the Bonneville had $8.95.
Okay.
Like actual
It's pretty
dollar
good.
bills were in it. Yeah, that's my by far my outlier statistically for that. But
Damn.
anyway, so 65 cents change credited back to me. Same with the credit of the tires. I am at, without the tires, I'd be over $3,479.35. So
Damn.
that means I have $20.65.
There we go. Interesting. Okay.
Mission
Well,
accomplished.
yeah, there's got to be get like the the black ice, little trees, air freshener, or some. Can you get like chrome valve cover or valve stem covers.
Oh, those would be killer. I'd go for the like. Remember tire fly? What were they? Tire flies? Yeah. Remember
Yeah,
those back in the day? Yeah, the
or
little
a bunch.
LED.
God, yeah, the tire flies, or just like the dice. Get
Ooh,
dice or eight balls. Get eight balls.
eight balls is good. Dice, I would do snake eyes. But
Snake
yeah, no,
eyes.
killer,
And
killer, dude.
you have no loose ends at this point. You're ready to go.
Is the car perfect? No, the heat shields rattle a little bit, not enough to be annoying.
Sure.
When you when you open up the whole fucking cutout exhaust,
Hell
the world
yeah.
doesn't matter, bro.
Exactly.
Um, this fucking car is so fun, dude. No, it after driving it today with the shakedown, I feel like it is perfect. I think it's perfect as it's gonna be. $20 isn't gonna remedy anything that's fucking wrong with
Fabulous.
it.
Well, mine is less perfect.
I've heard.
Because
I've
we
witnessed.
did the shakedown. We did the shakedown this morning bright and early. I got up at like 6 a.m. I got to your house at a couple minutes after 7.
Mhm.
And came down into focus. And yeah, since getting everything that we talked about on the list done, I've driven it, I don't know, probably in total since I bought it. I hit the trip odometer before I bought it, and it's been
Hmm.
just over 200 miles.
Okay, wait, before you detail the story, which is
Yes.
a great story, I just
Yes.
want a big shout out that today was the first day we saw each other's cars in
Hmm.
person, which is a very important event.
Yes.
Lovely that we both arrived on cars that are a year apart, Ford Motor Company products,
Yeah.
and both as cool as they are. I
But
think
like
that's
wildly
so
different.
killer.
Like
Wildly
they share
different.
a platform, but like their approaches to ultimately like four doors with a rear hatch.
But cool how we like were given an open-ended assignment and kind of got
Yeah.
a lot of similarities going. But it was the first time we saw each other's cars, and dude, I love that bright comp orange you got. So I was pretty pumped to see your car. Those
Yeah,
things
it's
are
good to see
killer.
yours too. It came out really well. And yeah, they drove down. We got down
Hmm.
to almost to Santa Cruz. Um, and yeah, light rain.
Oh yeah.
One thing I did pick up, and you had mentioned that you saw it driving behind me,
Hmm.
was, and I told you when I got to your house, was like, I feel like there's something not quite right in the rear suspension.
Yeah, a little loose in the caboose.
Yeah, and so I've still yet to determine that. I'm gonna get my head under the car tomorrow. But like especially like most of like sweeping right turn at like freeway speed, say 60, 70 miles an hour.
Hmm.
You can just feel the rear end kind of horking over like like there's like it kind of wants to do like a figure eight like
Yeah.
within itself. And the more I
Subframe
drove it getting
bushing.
down there,
Subframe
yeah,
bushing. Yep.
it felt like maybe subframe or maybe I don't know, but some sort of bushing.
Mhm.
It didn't feel like a blown strut. It didn't feel like there was a wheel hopping.
No, you weren't moving like that either.
Yeah, so there's something kind of
Mhm.
loosey goosey back there. Whether it can be remedied for under $100, I don't know. Um,
I could spot you 20.
you can, yes. But who knows? I still got to count the coins. Maybe I don't need all 20. Um, the other bit is coming down at a Highway 17,
Mhm.
dropping down into Scotts Valley. I was driving, light rain. You were behind me, and just coasting down the hill. I was in gear,
Mhm.
right? Not really feeding it any throttle, and just driving in the number one lane, so the leftmost lane. And then I was just like, the hell? Like just drops to idle. I thought I had lost power. Um, I'm in gear. I'm in sixth, just cruising. I get over to the slow lane. I give it throttle. I notice there's no warning lights on at all. It's just at
Mhm.
idle. Like this is fucking weird. I give it I give throttle and it just free revs. I'm in gear. I'm like, oh shit, did I lose the clutch? So I pull it out of gear, I hit the hazards. Um I thought I was gonna maybe able to roll off the next exit because we
Right.
were doing 65, 70 coming
Yeah,
down
we're
the hill.
moving downhill too. Yeah.
Yeah, and but then it started to gain elevation a little bit, and I was just like, I've got nothing here.
Hmm.
So I just pulled off to a wide-ish part of the shoulder, and yeah, engine's running great. You put it in gear, the clutch pedal feels perfect. The shifter feels perfect. You put it in any gear, doesn't move,
Hmm.
just nothing. Little light rattly noise when it's in gear, you give us some throttle, but nothing. Nothing super obvious. Nothing fell. It didn't feel like bits and pieces and chunks were falling out of it.
It didn't hit my windshield.
Nothing hit your car. We poked around it a little bit, and we didn't find anything um overly catastrophic.
No, little noise under the hood.
And
But
so we just left the car. There's not a whole lot we could do there on the side of the highway in the rain. So we left the car there. I hopped in with you. We went to Morning Motors. We came back. You dropped me off. I waited about an hour and I don't know, hour and 20 for a tow truck.
hmm
Via AAA. When you play with shitboxes like us, you end up with AAA memberships.
And I didn't ask you. I was like, "Do you want me to stay, Frank?" I fucking threw you out of the car.
You're like, listen here.
Worst date ever. And I did a 4-wheel peel and just fucking smoked the side of your car
That's
with
right.
rocks.
Yeah, you did the proverbial squirt and scram.
That's what we do in these challenges, guys.
Yeah.
It's no mercy.
Exactly. Out for blood. He probably actually, I'll have to look. I bet you he stole those coins out of the car that I was talking about.
Goddamn right.
So the okay, where was I? Tow truck. Tow truck arrives.
Yep.
Actually, before he arrived, the dispatcher calls me and he's like, "Hey, just let you know, the driver he just picked up someone else. You're gonna have to are you cool sitting in the cab with another dude?" And I'm like, "That's fine. Where's my car gonna go?" And it's like, "Oh, it's just a motorcycle." So he grabbed a motorcycle.
Yeah.
And but they're going the same way, so I just want to make sure that's fine. I was like, I don't have much of a choice. I'm on the side of the fucking road. Like, it's fine. I'll make it work. Like, I'm not picky. I just don't want to be here anymore. So sure enough, gets there.
What if
Guy's
he
got,
picked
a dirt
what if
bike.
he picked up a lot lizard? That'd be an exciting ride. He's like,
God,
you're gonna see a lot, you're gonna hear a lot, you're probably gonna smell a lot.
You're gonna taste. You're in the splash zone.
I didn't go to taste, but thank you.
Yeah.
The splash.
Actually, speaking of which, and this we're gonna have to edit. Can I give a pause? Can I give a pause real quick?
Sure.
Because I really have to go to the bathroom.
Okay, let's do it.
This might be our first tried and true bathroom break.
Dude. All right, potty break.
So let's pause the recording.
Is it a one or a
pause
two?
on my end. But no lot lizards.
You look lighter, dude. Congrats.
Yeah, I feel lighter. No lot lizards, no. I did ride along once though with a tow driver. God, this is a long time ago. It was like early 20s. Middle of nowhere, middle of the night. And the guy was like, it was me and like couple other people. And they picked us up. This is outside of like Grass Valley. And the guy was just like, he's like, "Oh yeah, I've got my girlfriend with me." And like she was just like smothered he was wearing this chick like a blanket the entire time.
God
and
damn.
they were also probably in their like mid-20s. And it was like super awkward. We're just like it was like a quad cab tow truck. It was weird.
Hell yeah.
And so we were all in the back, like 3 wide. And there were the 3 girls I was with, they were all in the back 3 wide, and I was in the front. And then the girlfriend was like basically in this dude's lap, and they were like making out as we were driving, and we're just like, "Oh, this is fucking weird."
Fuck yeah,
so
dude.
didn't have that. But we load in. He loads up my car. It was like this like 20-year-old kid with a dirt bike, who the dirt bike was on the flatbed, and then just bully bar picked up the Focus. But the guy in the cab, the kid had all of his gear. He had like a backpack and all this and mud boots and a helmet and all this shit. So we had to put that in the backseat of my car so I can have room to sit in the cab, drop us off. We get in, right? And the kid was just like, "Oh, he was tiny. He was skinny, 20-year-old kid." He's like, "Oh, I'm the smallest. I'll go in the middle." I said, "All right, that's fine. Like, I'll take the middle." He was like, "No, I got it." So we get in, and so we sit there, and he like looks around, and there's like no seatbelt. And he goes to the tow driver's like, there's like the buckle, but there's no seatbelt. And he's like, where's the seatbelt? He's like, "Oh no, it's fine. Don't worry about it."
Nice.
Oh, okay. I guess I won't.
Put it out of
And
your
then,
mind.
yeah, and then yeah. So anyways, made it home, dropped it off in front of my house. I have a theory because we made it to Morning Motors,
Mhm.
and we were discussing with the usual suspects, like what the hell could have happened here, right? Like
Right.
could it be a it could be a bunch of things, but it was just weird because I've driven it, 100 and something miles since doing the axles and the front suspension, and then drove it all the way down from Martinez
But
down to
who installed the axles, Frank?
some idiot. So I had a whole toe job. You know what I mean? Not a toe job or a foot job.
Dude, is toe
But
that should be a thing.
a toe job?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I just don't
Which way?
swim like
Does
the
the
toe
toe
goes.
receive or give?
You see, I imagine the toes like grip like if you have
Okay, don't
Uma Thurman
first off,
piano toes.
friends, do not watch the video. Frank's doing hand gestures again.
But pretend this
keep
is a
it to
foot,
audio.
okay?
Keep it to audio. No, I'm not going to pretend. This is.
I'm not going to pretend.
I'm not going to play your games.
I'm gonna demand it's real. I will not pretend. Um, so I had a ride in a tow vehicle, I should say.
Perfect.
To think about it.
Uh-huh.
And so what I think went down is because when the tow truck picked it up, I noticed it was kind of just dumping. Once it got up at like a high angle, I noticed it was dumping manual transmission fluid.
Okay, that's not good.
And so either A, there's a freaking hole in the case somewhere.
Jesus.
But like
We would've
again,
heard
it
that.
didn't feel that dramatic.
Yeah.
Or B, so here's what I think, and it looked like it was coming more from the passenger side of the transmission. So here's what I think went down is the way the passenger side is the longer axle. It's got like that like longer like horse stick section that presses into the transmission, and it does not have a like a I can't think of the word, not a C clip, but like it's got like a locking, like a snap ring
Oh yeah, kind of like
on
a snap ring. Yep.
on the end that on the driver's side it snaps into the transmission. You got to pop it in, and it pops in, and then it holds there and retains it in the transmission. On the passenger side, it does not have that because it then has a carrier bearing. So it's a long section. It's got a carrier bearing. The
Right in the
carrier
middle,
bearing
usually,
is held in a bracket, and then on the outside of the carrier bearing is that first joint, this first CV, and then it goes standard axle, and then the other CV at the knuckle. It's held in that carrier bearing. He tried to say is held in with it's just a cap and two bolts. I remember going over and torquing a bunch of different things, putting that thing back together. Like I remember the tie rods. I think they were 29 foot-pounds, and I know the axle. And I think like the end links were like 32 foot-pounds, and the axle nut is 199 foot-pounds, which is basically just fucking send it.
Send it. Yep.
I don't remember specifically torque. I remember putting wrenches on that carrier bearing cap. I don't remember off the top of my head. If I don't remember the torque specs. Which
Finger
makes me think
tightened.
I don't remember. It might have been finger tight. It might have been more than finger tight. I specifically do not recall. I remember taking it apart. I remember like figuring it out because at first I was like, oh, how come I can't just pull? Oh, okay, I see. I got a and it was kind of an annoying angle and got it apart. And I remember putting it back together. So my suspicion is that whether it's due to user error, 99% chance, or weird vibration-y bullshit, 1% chance, that I'm willing to bet. I think what happened is that cap, and I haven't been under the car. I got the car home. I got it in the driveway. I've not had time or energy or wherewithal to dig into it yet. I'm gonna do this tomorrow. I think what happened is that cap either partially or completely wiggled off, which made that carrier bearing pop loose, and the axle popped out of the transmission.
Yep.
I had thought these were limited slip. I looked it up on the ride. They are not.
We learned.
They're
we learned
all
something
open
today.
diff on these cars, which is interesting. And so I also found out the transmission is shared with the Mini Cooper S.
Wild. That would be the supercharged one, right?
Correct. Yes, the
R53.
Getrag
Yeah.
280, Getrag 285. So long story short is I think that was the culprit, which
Mm.
isn't necessarily a death nail. Because when this happened, I was like, well, I guess the whole rally thing is over.
Right.
But if I
Yeah.
can get under there tomorrow, and if that cap is just gone, and I just have to find a cap and two bolts, and they're available. I look like they show available at Ford for like $3 for the cap. Um, and assuming nothing else is damaged because of this, right?
Mm.
There's still a possibility to rise like a phoenix from the ashes and get this thing going. I
Oh
also need to
yeah.
find someone to drive the car, which if you're
That
listening
too.
to this either happened or didn't by this point. I've got some people that are interested in it, but I got to make sure the car is remotely viable. I'm glad it happened on a shakedown run to Morning Motors and
Right.
not
Yep.
on the rally or en route to the rally or with someone else behind the wheel. So
Good
that's
thing we were
good.
together also too, right? Like it's nice to have a little buddy system because it would have
Yeah.
been harder to get to the meet or
Yeah, I just would have
the
not made
show.
it. I would have
Yeah.
just been
That
like,
would have
all right,
sucked.
well, I guess I am,
Because we were literally like 10 minutes from there. So
yeah. It was like whatever it was, like 6 miles or something. So, yeah, so sort of a bummer. Especially if I get in there and like everything is all together and it is actually
oh
catastrophic
fuck.
transmission
Yeah.
failure. But yeah, that's the only way because like just it leaping out of the transmission, like it wasn't seated all the way,
Hmm.
doesn't make sense because it would have taken more than 100 and whatever miles for that to happen.
No, yeah, something had to fail critically. So
And that's the only way I think can get would be is if that or if that bearing is just like shit and locked
hmm
up or something like that and that caused it to yeet. Are we still saying that?
could be, yeah,
Yeet itself out
absolutely.
of the transmission. So that's where it's at. It's hopefully it's minor.
Hmm.
If it's not, I get a DNF. If it is, but I can't get parts in time, it's a DNF. If
If
it's if it's not, and I need the cap and two bolts, and I
hmm
can get them, and it's like $20, all said and done, and also nothing is else is really damaged, right? Like it didn't chew up the splines on the output shaft. Um, if it needs if it needs an output shaft seal, those are available
hmm
and cheap. But really anything else, like if I have to buy a new axle, they're all special order. I won't be able to get one in time for the
Right.
rally.
Oof.
So then that'll DNF me. So I'm in the woods. I've got the flashlight where you hit it and like it flickers,
Mm.
and we're gonna see if I keep hitting it, if it'll stay on or just will stop flickering.
I
That's
can't
kind of where
wait.
I'm at.
Yeah, I can't wait for your autopsy photos tomorrow. I think that's going to be awesome. I'm sure you're going to send me some cool pictures of uh, the end of an axle with a lot of fluid dripping past it
Yeah.
as it backed out.
Well,
Hopefully, that's what we're dealing
this
with.
is something too, is I noticed when I got back to the car and I was waiting for the tow driver, um the I started I put it in gear because I just put it in a sixth
Hmm.
and then I revved it, the speedometer would go. Which
Hmm.
means that at least the output shaft is
It's
spinning
connected. Yep.
because that's how it's getting the information for the speedometer. It's reading the
Correct.
output shaft speed sensor. So the output shaft is spinning.
And
So
I
the
don't know if you
likelihood
said
that the
it, but
transmission is inside it out
yeah, you can
is low.
freely go into each gear too. I don't know if we
Yeah.
stated that enough. That is
Yep.
one of the most important things. So you can put it into every gear. So,
Yeah. It's not
um,
like everything's great except for like first, third, and sixth or
right.
something
Yeah.
like that.
God damn, man. Well, I'm looking forward to that update. That's it keeps making content. So let's
Yes.
go.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's go.
well, cool, man. I think we stayed under budget, which is shocking.
For now.
For now, you're still working on it, and we have like 4 days left to the rally. So I'm sure something will happen.
Stay tuned.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to a little something we like to call the automotive print ad quiz game. I'm gonna dial something up a little easy because I think your butt has been beaten enough in one day. So
Oh,
I'm gonna
yes.
put a little salve, little Vaseline on
Oh, please
your tender cheeks, man. So
load me up.
describe this wonderful game.
I will. So this particular edition of our print ad quiz game, Chadwick here is going to find and probably already have ad from somewhere in the 1980s, the 1990s, up till around the mid 2000s. And he's going to read the type copy from this advertisement without, him giving anything super overly identifying away. It will be incumbent upon me within 10 minutes and 3 guesses to figure out the make, model, and approximate model year of the vehicle in the advertisement. It's a good time. You can play along at home. When I
Hmm.
flounder and you know it and it's super easy, please scream at your kids, at your neighbor's kids,
Especially them.
and at your listening device of choice, at me because I'm a fool and I deserve it. Um, all right, let's see how bad I do here. Chadwick, what you got for me?
Here's what I got, man.
Okay.
Single page.
Mhm.
Vehicle is passenger 3/4 front angle, Dutch angle, if you will, too.
Ooh.
Going around a corner, and it's on a looks like a rubberized track, as in field and track, high
Oh,
school
wow.
field
Okay.
track.
I'm
Memories
athletic.
coming through. And the page turns away near the tires and shows track spikes on a rubberized surface, and they're definitely the spikes
Wow.
for dirt. So this is inaccurate for anyone that's ever run track and field. But this is it's the ad is comparing it to a track star, and it says that it says the vehicle's name, and it says track star.
Track star.
Okay.
Predator cell.
Increased horsepower and low end torque, high output, dual overhead cam, 2 liter blank I4.
Okay.
Get track, 6 speed gearbox,
Okay.
specifically tuned rear suspension for excellent handling and control. These are Continental Connie Sport contacts from the factory on this car.
Oh, wow. It tells you right there, huh?
215, 45R, 17. So that's a pretty aggressive tire.
Okay.
Uh, little car and driver quote to help you along from March of, I won't say the year, it's March.
Okay.
It is simply in a handling class all by itself.
Sure. Okay. That's
That's
all I
all you
get.
get. That's all you get. You get 10 minutes.
2 liter dual overhead cam. You said a Get Track 6 speed?
Mhm.
Is it the car I blew up today?
Is that a guess?
Um, I mean, God, it's gonna make for like shit radio. Let me talk through it a
I
little bit
mean,
real
we're
quick.
almost up against time, I think.
I guess. Yeah, let me talk through it real quick.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, 2 liter, high output, inline 4 cylinder, dual overhead cam,
Mhm.
Kitrack 6 speed,
Right.
critical acclaim.
Yeah. Handling class
Not a
by
lot of not
itself.
a lot of words in this ad, which makes me think it very well could be an early to mid 2000s ad.
Mhm.
Didn't say anything about, sequential fuel injection or ABS or
Independent
passenger airbag.
independent rear suspension.
We do have that. Yeah, no dead axle here.
Mm-mm.
Um, yeah, I'm gonna say this is a 2002 Ford Focus SVT. Final answer.
So Mercury Cougar, actually.
Oh, wow.
Ford Focus SVT Trackstar. Focus. It is simply in a
Yes.
handling class all by itself. Car and driver, March of 2002. Good job, my man. It's hard to tell because the ad's really faded. I don't know if you could get comp orange in the originals. It's either comp orange or red. So it's kind of like that lighting
That was
has
such a silly
no
ad.
effect. Uh, cool car,
Sure, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I don't know how
When
you
it
feel about it
works.
right now.
Um, no, it's funny. Like my takeaways with it is, I agree with Car and Driver. Like it handles quite well. I like the
Mhm.
chassis. Mine has got a little wiggle at in its footsteps and in the rear end that probably wasn't there.
Can
Let's
all
say
be
that
fixed.
the rear suspension is being a little bit too independent right now.
Hey now, hey, did
Um,
the I don't, and this is just coming from me not knowing, did
yeah.
the rest of the Mark One Foci have a dead axle in the back? Was that like a torsion beam or some shit, or did they
I
all
don't
have
know.
IRLs?
Actually, I don't
IRSs,
know.
IRLs and IRL, IRSs
IRS
and
and IRL.
IRL. Yeah,
Yeah.
did they? Because
Um,
they said the way they, I mean,
I don't know. I don't know if
specifically
they.
tuned independent rear suspension. That's a weird sentence.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was an economy shitbox, but like,
Yeah, it's
I
interesting.
don't know that they would do that much advanced development in that car for the SVT alone.
Yeah.
And again, they did it for like the Mustang Cobra and shit, and like,
The Contour had a special engine.
but well, special engine. But I mean, like also doing a whole like rear subframe and for independent rear suspension
Yeah.
versus
Had its own body kit, dude. Contour SVT, baby.
yeah, yeah.
You know we love those things.
We do one day. Yeah, good question. I don't know. But yeah, my impressions are like it's funny. Transmission when it works, great.
Killer.
I do like the way it handles. I think it's the ride is about as ruckus as I would want it in a stock car,
Mm-hmm.
without being too raw. It's not like an STI where like it just chatters your teeth out.
Sure.
Um, I'm not in love with the motor. The motor is so
I mean,
it's very boring to me. Like
it's
it
quite a
has no
bump over
personality.
the other 2 liter. Like the regular 2 liter Z-Tech
It's
had like what, 130? This has 40 more ponies to it, you know?
yeah.
That's
But
significant, man, at that
it's
level.
170. To me, it
Yeah,
feels more like 150.
sure. Not a lot of
And I don't
torque.
know,
It's like
maybe it's my
one,
example. I don't
what is
know.
it?
Like it rev hangs, it's
140,
170.
130? No, torque. 130 or
Oh,
140?
yeah, something like that.
It's down there.
138, something like that. But it doesn't have nearly the personality as, a B18 Honda motor with the same horsepower, the VTEC.
What
It's like that has so like sounds way better, has way more personality, is way more exciting.
this one went against the EP hatchback, which had the KA20
Yeah,
with only the lower revving 160 horsepower. So they
sure.
did get that 10 horsepower over them. I think that's impressive for Ford to give us something like that because
Hmm.
this is the first European hot hatch we got from Ford. Truly,
Sure.
I'll count an Escort GT because I love those fucking cars. But like in all honesty, this is probably the in the States the first hot hatch we got from
Yeah.
proper Europe Ford, right?
No, yeah, and I think I don't know. And like NVH is pretty poor.
It's a Focus.
It's a Focus, but even then, like it's pretty buzzy.
Oh yeah. Well,
And
you
again,
can't.
like some of this is my example, but like also the motor mounts have all been done on this car. Now they're
Mm.
aftermarket mounts, so I don't know how much that plays into it, but
What a difference, dude. What a delta between this car and like the Focus ST.
sure.
Like
Oh yeah.
so for a follow-up act, they fucking crushed it. Like that
Yeah.
car's handling's out of this world. It gobs more power, like 80 more
Yeah.
horsepower.
Yeah.
Kind
So
of kind of
we'll
crazy.
see. Like I haven't had a ton of, I mean, I've had seat time in it, but most of it's just like cruising down the highway. Like I haven't really, I took it on one quick rip down the road near me and it was good. Like I like the chassis. I like the way it handles. I agree with Car and Driver in this ad, but like,
Mhm.
the motor it's, I don't know. I wish it was more bubbly. It rev hangs really bad. I think
Mm,
that's probably an emissions thing, Ford of its era. I don't know, but like,
probably.
yeah. So it's just it is what it is. But yeah, if I get more seat time in it, hopefully it's not. Hopefully it is what I think it is, and I can get it back on the road shortly in time for the rally. Um,
I
but
think it's
yeah,
I think they're
they're
cool
cool for
cars.
sure.
Yeah, for sure. All right, cool. Well, we'll skip PCP. We had enough Project Car Progress for one
Yeah,
year,
and more
basically.
more than we need,
Yeah,
more than we need. So
yours is still procreating as we speak. You want to shut this bad boy down,
yeah.
please?
Thanks for making it this far, friends.
Hmm.
Yeah, another pointless automotive podcast. Yeah, we'll have more post rally soon.
Ooh.
You can see what happens after this. So stay tuned. If you want to follow along with some more of the happenings, at APA Podcast on Instagram.
Hmm.
Tell everyone you can because I don't know. One day maybe we can grow this thing and have more than 12 listeners, and that would be exciting. Um, and yeah, we're steadily growing this thing forward, and you guys are a part of that. So thank you.
Absolutely.
If you want to follow me, I'm the Photographer's Garage on all of the things. Mr. Atkinson.
Oh, hey, Auto Obscure Garage for all your project rescues, restorations, and reviews.
Mhm.
Tracker's going to get some more content because that thing won't go away. I love it though. I got to drive it today. That thing's so cute and fun. But Volvo content coming if I can pull myself out of the garage getting the Volvo ready for the rally. So I
Right.
haven't, it's tricky, right? Filming doubles every job, so it's been pretty
Yeah.
light. But I will have a series on the Volvo, and I'm going to put dollar like a running dollar total as I show a new part and install it on the
Heck
car. So
yeah.
that'll be a fun
You're
series,
putting a
guys.
moose sticker. It's like plus
Oh yeah,
$12.
yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah.
super fun, right? And then the countdown to the budget being dead. But yeah, that's coming up, man. But yeah, definitely do what Frank said. Follow us here. We love you guys, and YouTube. We put every episode on YouTube with video, so check us out there. Subscribe, free. We can run
Like
it.
and subscribe.
We'll run it through the rest of the year. Free subscriptions, guys. But we
Yeah, that's right,
appreciate
on
it.
us.
And as always, take care of yourselves. We love you. Catch you on the next one.
Never pull out.
Amen.
In men.